Does that count?
Anything from the volleyball?
La 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 la. No, I think it's fine. Thank you. Okay. All right. Without any further ado, it's me. Can I give myself some ado? The long-awaited. Hi everybody. I thought I would try and play some songs I haven't played in a while, which is actually all my songs I haven't played in a while. So we'll start with this one, which is from a really long time ago. My parents said that since I'd graduate within the year, that I should go and see this guy to counsel my career. So I went downtown and shook his hand and took his silly test. He gave me back a list of all the things I could do best. He said I could be talented at geriatric care, or maybe data processing or VCR repair. I said, sorry sir, your list sounds nice, but it has got some holes. In thinking of my future, I have made some different goals. I'm gonna be a Viking out where the life is fine. I'm gonna be a Viking without a credit line. Rape and pillage, sack a village, sail the ocean blue. I'm gonna be a Viking, and that's what I'm making too. Well, that sounds pretty nice there, said the man there in the suit. But it's hard to get a mortgage when your only assets loot. I said, honey, who needs mortgage long as I can kill a bore? I always will provide well for my children, Sven and Thor. I'm gonna be a Viking just like a real man. I'm gonna be a Viking without a dental plan. Burn a fort, then cavort with horns stuck in my hat. I'm gonna be a Viking, and that, my friend, is that. And I won't need any savings, because when I retire, they'll put me on a barge and set the whole damn thing on fire. And I won't need to leave nothing to my grief-struck family. My wife, my dog, and children will be burning up with me. That's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna be a Viking. I'll carve my boat from wood. I'm gonna be a Viking. Don't you wish that you could throw a spear, club a deer? Your word would be your rule. I'm gonna be a Viking, a Viking. We all want to be Vikings, 'cause Vikings are so cool. Thank you so much. That was I think one of the first songs I ever played at Sidewalk, and I remember Latch told me if I wanted a show I should call him and use the code word Viking. So that's where it all began. I know, and I've written so many songs since then, and I don't know if any of them are as good as the Viking song. It's Picasso walked into the cave paintings and said, "We have learned nothing." I'm not sure what part I am in that. So, I've been thinking a lot about masculinity lately, because I am on Facebook all the time, because I'm supposed to be writing a musical, so that means I am on Facebook all the time, wasting time. And people have been posting really weird stuff lately that makes me really mad. And our good friend Mark Palermo posted something that he seemed to like, that I did not like.
Oh my god, Joanna mentioned this to me earlier.
Did she really? Because I thought it was such bullshit. It was like, list for guys, like rules for living with guys, and it was like, stop being so stupid, and don't bother men because they're busy, and I don't know. Just like, I don't know. But this is a song I wrote about Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, he was quite a visionary, or that's the excuse he always gave. He turned a swamp into a university, and he tried to make a sweetheart out of the slave. And Thomas Jefferson, he loved equality, right up to his famous hair of red. And Sally would call him on his gross hypocrisy, but he was pretty smooth, and so he said, no one's really free when you're in love. Someone's got to be below, and someone's got to be above. It's the course of human events, and girl, you know it's true. But Sally Hemings, I'm a slave for you. But Thomas Jefferson, he married somebody, and she had a lot of cause to grieve, 'cause everyone knew about his infidelity, but she was always too in love to leave. And she'd say, no one's really free when they're in love. I'm the one who's waiting up while you're the one he's dreaming of. When the master has a mistress, well, is she my mistress too? Oh, Sally Hemings, I'm a slave for you. And what about Sally? In all of this, would she have turned away his kiss, or would she stay if she were free to go? We'll never know, and neither will Thomas Jefferson. So yeah, I used to play here so much more, and now I seem to write musicals that no one produces. That's my new job when I'm not folk singing. But I've been working really hard on a new one, and this is not going to go well. I'm not expecting this to go well. But I just wanted to prove that I've been busy. I don't want you to think I'm a slacker. So I'm going to sing some songs a cappella that will eventually have accompaniment. I'll sing like a medley of songs from the new musical Thanks, which is the totally made-up story of the first Thanksgiving. None of it's true, and it's not anything that ever will make sense. So the first song is a song by Squanto, and he has an overbearing mother, and he wants to break free, and so he sings like a jazzy song like this. It's like a Dean Martin kind of song, and he goes, well, I wanna be a lone wolf, ow, 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 out doing as I please, completely on my own wolf, ow, 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 just me and the trees. I don't want a pack or a pod or a herd, 'cause flocking in a flock is frankly flocking absurd. No, I wanna be a lone wolf. And there's a dance number. Okay, so that's one thing. And maybe I'll do some other ones later. And, oh yeah, maybe I'll sing this song. Go for it. Thanks, Spider. Stop, you're gonna make me cry. You seem to tell me that some guy has... What? I don't think I know this song anymore. How does this song go? Do you remember? Ah, fuck. Stop, you're gonna make me cry. You mean to tell me that some guy, he took your heart and left you in a spin. I'm stupefied by what you're saying. Hey wait, do you hear something playing? I think it's the world's smallest violin. Boo, freaking who? I saw some guy's been freaking you. Well, we all get fricked around from time to time. No freaking ands or ifs or buts. You think you're special, you're freaking nuts. It's just what boys and girls were born to do. Who freaking who? Well, I think that you must be the first girl in all history who blah 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 and something something else. I dabba do ba dee da do. I sort of thought I figured out by now, but I'm just gonna go into the chorus. The frickin' never frickin' ends, it's true. Ooh, 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 frickin', ooh. Well, that's what I get for trying to piss away. I haven't played in a long time, but whatever. We're all friends here. I'm gonna test the limits of our friendship tonight.
Being in my pool.
I am pushing it already, Holford.
Day the basement flooded.
I'm very excited to be going on a trip with my band very soon. Casey Holford and I once took a darkly erotic journey south of the border. If you know what I mean. No, it's not like that. We just went and had lunch there, but still. It left quite an impression.
Did we have lunch?
Yes. Or should I say, see. See yourself out. Let's go to Tijuana. I've always wanted to go there, now I'm gonna. I will buy you a churro. Take my picture with this burro. Don't leave your purse out if you take a nap. Don't drink water from the tap. Don't sit down if you make a crap. There's a lot of weird shit to pick up in Tijuana. There's a girl there that I want to see, the one Who does it with the donkey? Oh shit, that show doesn't start till 8. Buy some prescription drugs while we wait. Let's go drink some Tecate beer. Let's get a Mexican wrestling mask souvenir. Let's get the hell out of here. It's wicked depressing here in Tijuana. Thank you so much. So, I think of all the musicals I've written that have never been produced, the only one that ever got done was Gilgamesh, and it was only got done by the grace of my sweet friends, some of whom are here tonight, and we all did it together in a big steamy pile of arts and crafts. Maybe we'll get to do it again someday. I hope so, because we got all those props still in our basement, and my mom's gonna get mad if we don't use that cow head again soon. But anyway, so the story of Gilgamesh, is the first story that ever got wrote down. And it's a story about our hero Gilgamesh, who has to learn about loss. His friend Enkidu dies, and he goes through all these adventures to try and get him to come back to life. And then at the end he has to accept his mortality, and he's really bummed about it. And then, in my version, there's an uplifting ending. Look at the man who's been so spoiling for a battle. Well, here's a battle just for you. But now you're afraid, 'cause you can't use a blade. You just give up. But listen, love can be death-defying too. Think of the nights when you have had to be courageous. Think of the nights that you've been through. So you know that you're brave. Now you gotta save your faith in happy endings. Love can be death-defying too. You got a trail behind you of blood that you've splattered. Why let your courage fail you the one time that it mattered? Bring back that overconfidence. Get in the fight. You thought the world was yours. Well, have some faith. You may be right. Oh, you've been so strong for such a long time. Keep it going. There's still so much that you can do. 'Cause under your pecs there's a muscle to flex. It's called your heart, so use it. Love can be death-defying too. Love can be death-defying too. How am I doing in time, sir? Like 3 more? Something like that? Does that sound good? Casey, do you want to do this thing?
Okay, I'll do my best.
I mean, well, this is a bad idea. I don't know. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's do Tiger and Harlem. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
I I've been thinking about Urban Barnyard so much lately, which is a band I had with Casey Holford and some other wonderful friends of ours. And I was thinking about it because Time Out New York had like a stupid thing on its back page that was like, the craziest animal stories. Anybody here read Time Out New York? It's kind of, I don't know, something that pisses me off, but it had like a thing of like, top 10 New York animal things. It was just like, yeah, wrote a song about it, wrote a song about it, wrote a song about it. Like what? This is boring. But the number one. Anyway, sorry, I'm assuming everybody knows what I'm talking about. Urban Barnyard was a band that I was in where we only wrote songs about animals in the city. And, So we wrote this song about, the number one story was about this guy who kept a tiger in his apartment in Harlem. Do you remember when that happened?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, my friends Dibs and our good friend Dashawn and I spent a day writing this song. It took us a whole day. You may be surprised to hear. My husband. Bring up the old ball and chain. Wait, no, I'm the. What is the husband if I'm the ball and chain?
The ankle.
He's a prisoner.
Oh right, he's the prisoner. I should have known that. But I am only a ball and chain. I can't do anything.
I'm gonna go around the tip jar for Phoebe Kreutz. How about a big round of applause for her set so far? She's just gonna finish out with a couple more.
Is the basement flooded?
I can't. It's too hard on the. Like, I haven't practiced that song. It has too many things on my fingers. But thanks for asking. I can only play chords tonight, and just barely those. This is a song I wrote about pianos. I'm in a horrible mood, and every dude that I see is such a horrible dude, and all the skanks that they're with are not just skanky but rude, and they're putting me into such a horrible mood. A horrible bar, what a horrible bar, and all the people don't know how horrible they all are. She's got a horrible face, he's got a horrible car that he drove in from Jersey to this horrible bar. Well, I mean to be nice, 'cause it's not nice to be mean. I try to see where the other guy is coming from, 'cause it's not kind to be a bitch, but it's a bitch to be kind when everyone around me is so dumb. Now is the part of the song when I tell the true story of how I got back from this horrible bar and I found that a human being had pooped on my doorstep. And I knew it was a person poop and not a dog poop because there was toilet paper there. And dogs don't use toilet paper. A horrible smell, what a horrible smell. Someone took a big dump in the place where I dwell. I wanna burn it all down, god damn it to hell. What a horrible smell, what a horrible bar. I'm in a horrible mood. Thank you so much. I know everyone's gonna stick around because the night has only just begun. We got Preston coming up, who's gonna be awesome, and we got Julie La Blah Blah. I can't pronounce that right. La Blah Blah, La Blah Blah. And I will be drinking, so you know, who knows what could happen. This is we're gonna sing a song we wrote together now. Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. This is a song about Louis Armstrong and his wife, and it's a little musical that we are going to perform in which Matt will be playing the part of Mr. Armstrong, and I play Mrs. Armstrong, and you guys can go to their house in Queens and you can see what it is, and it's really awesome. But he loved his wife so much that he let her decorate anything that she wanted, and I was watching the show on HGTV where the twin brothers go into houses with people and they like look at the buildings and like, we should renovate this, and they're looking at all the wallpaper and like, well, this is ridiculous, this is terrible, like who would ever put this in? But I know who would put it in, Mrs. Armstrong. So fuck you, HGTV. You don't know what's hip. This is jazz luminaries, love that wallpaper. Chinese art hanging up in all of the halls. I want everything that I want.
Oh baby, you get everything you want. Everything you want goes from me to you. And that's true.
I want to know what happiness means. Chandeliers over our head. I want to live together in Queens and die in our wall-to-wall bed.
leaves of green, red roses too. Here in a garden of stone, the neighborhood kids, we watched them grow. Sure, I want one of my own.
I want your friends to keep their shoes off my rugs.
I want your kisses and I want all your hugs.
We want everything that we want.
We want everything that we want.